Part 3, group meetings. We all attend meetings, and many people find meetings to be the bane of their existence. So if you're leading a meeting, how can you make a meeting as good as possible? Well, there are actually some really easy way to make meetings functional. If you're the leader, be organized, communicate effectively, have an agenda and follow it. Have a purpose for the meeting. If it's just informational updates, send an email. Meetings should be for decisions. Make sure the agenda is sent out ahead of time and people understand what their role is if they need to bring supplies or equipment. Have your room and any equipment ready to go. Don't show up late and then try to figure out how to turn the computer on. Summarize decisions, create an action plan, and identify who is responsible, and schedule the next meeting. Start on time also. Start on time and on time. Nothing is worse than meetings that don't start on time and don't end on time. Now, as a participant, come prepared. If you need to bring something, bring it. Be organized. Be open to other viewpoints, but be prepared to share yours. Keep on track. Don't visit or chit-chat. Don't text other people. We see this all the time. Present your ideas. Ask other members for theirs. Ask for feedback. State your disagreements. If somebody has an idea and you think it's wrong, say that, but back up your disagreement. Tell them why it's wrong. And then ideally, present a counter proposal. And clarify when something comes up. Don't assume you know what they're talking about. Now, team building is important, and that is the group process. But you need to work as a team. You need interpersonal skills, problem solving and decision making skills, and technical and functional expertise. If you're missing one of those, you're probably not going to function very well. You need to have a meaningful goal that you all understand is important. And how do you get that agreement? You need to share the why. You need to present the why of the team's organization. Try to have a positive, cohesive bond. Work toward honest and open communication. If somebody isn't pulling their weight, you need to bring that out in a positive manner, but it needs to come out. Give positive reinforcement when it's appropriate, because that encourages positive behavior. And try to, when you create a team, try to have a mix of complementary skills and experience within the team. Now, there are 3 types of communication: passive, assertive, and aggressive. Passive is very common. It's avoidant. Passive people let other people push them around. Passive people are quiet. Those are the mouse personalities. Passive people can also become very angry within themselves and at other people. So passive is a poor communication style. Let's jump to aggressive. Aggressive people are the people that put their needs, rights, and feelings first and communicates that in a dominating way. They can be the person that points at people all the time. They can be angry. They can be loud. They can speak fast. Now, that doesn't mean fast speakers are necessarily aggressive or loud speakers are necessarily aggressive, but they tend to go hand in hand. So if you see a person who's always putting their needs first, that is probably going to be an aggressive speaker. Hard to work with that person. So what's assertive? Assertive is that midpoint. This person stands up for his or herself in a way that doesn't violate the rights of other people, and yet they stand up for themselves. When you talk aggressively, it's always you, you, you. Assertive people are talking more I. I feel this, I feel that. So why aren't nurses more aggressive? Some have a hard time believing that in their own rights, feelings, and needs. Experiences or comments may reinforce those negative messages about their own self-worth. They may be afraid of the repercussions of assertive communication, especially if they're talking to someone who is aggressive. And assertiveness takes self-awareness and practice. Now, why should we be assertive? It helps you feel good about yourself and allows you to treat others with respect. Being assertive helps you avoid feeling guilty, angry, resentful, confused, or lonely. It offers a chance to be acknowledged and to have your needs met, and it leads to more satisfaction in your life. So when you talk to me, I hope you talk assertively. If you think I've misgraded a paper, talk to me assertively. Tell me, Trevor, I feel that this paper was misgraded, and here's why I feel that. That's an assertive communication. Now, does it mean that you will always get your way? No, it doesn't. But when you talk assertively, your point will be heard, and you will be listened to. Now, how can you become assertive? It requires a conscious decision to become and be assertive. Practice talking assertively by yourself at first. Role play with a friend. Pay attention to how you feel. And ask for feedback. Asking for feedback is powerful. Powerful. Asking for feedback is never passive and never aggressive. If you go to your supervisor, if you go to your teacher and say, how did I do on that? That is a good, assertive question. Now the next step is listen to the response. So what are your basic rights as a nurse? We all have legitimate rights. We also have responsibilities. We have the right to our own personal space. We have the responsibility of caring for other people within their personal space. We have the right to try to be happy. Now, happiness itself isn't a right, but we should always be trying to increase our happiness in ourselves and within other people. We have the right to improve ourselves. And a lot of that improvement happens when we make mistakes. That's why mistakes themselves are not bad. When you make a mistake, you feel bad about yourself, but I hope you learn. And when you learn from a mistake, you become more powerful. I make mistakes all the time. I try not to make the same mistake more than once. So in class, we will be talking about some assertive communication practices. We're going to practice talking assertively with one another. So come back for part 4 as we finish up. No, actually, I'm sorry. We will have 5 sections in this lecture. Come back for part 4. Thanks.